Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So this is Chris from Cypher Sigma. Screen time, and it's the weekend, so it's movie review as usual. So you are here to see the movie review of Goat. So the episode list is the new animated movie Goat, obviously loosely based on greatest of all time, if you've ever heard that expression being around. But obviously there's a double kind of meaning here that it potentially this goat could be the greatest of all time, but also he also is a goat literally because of it's a world where animals inhabit this. Has the voice talents of Caleb McLaughlin as Will Harris, the goat itself. Obviously, he is from Stranger Things, and Gabriel Union as Jet Fillmore, kind of the Will is a young goat when we start off, and essentially Will Fillmore is this kind of jaguar cat who's seen as like the iconic, like Michael Jordan best of this kind of extreme basketball sport. The story kind of revolves around, if you don't know the trailer, essentially Will grows up, aspires to be part of Jet's team. Jet's looking for a player. He becomes kind of internet famous and then kind of gets on the team. And then it's the two personalities coming together. Jet is very much, it's all about me and everything else. The team don't work, but because of that, and kind of Will comes in and kind of humanizes her, so to speak, from an animal point of view, and kind of brings them together to then go on to possibly win the game or this tournament that they're in, and kind of saving the team as a whole. I did enjoy the movie. It's an hour and 40 minutes long, so not the longest movie in the world. So we should get the spoiler warning up and we should get into it. So, yes, so as I said, the starts, you have Will Harris, the little goat, as a baby with his mum in the stadium watching Jet Fillmore basically compete. All amazing. And then we skip forward several amount of years. Will is then living in this hamster's little apartment, has a job helping out at a diner where his mum used to work, because essentially what you've been led to believe is that she's passed, or she's not there for some reason, so you believe it is passed. He always wants to he does his basketball, he plays it, stuff like that, but because he is a small creatures are not allowed on like kind of the local courts. So when there is a big game on, he basically goes there and practices, and obviously this is where he keeps getting shooed away by the local bear and stuff like this, up until the point of where you have kind of the main arch nemesis to Jet in the real world. You have main attraction, who's this horse. He's the big thing. He's a rapper played by Aaron Pierre. He has a challenge for anyone to basically take him on, because Will was all back kicked out of his house. He sells some limited trainers, has some money, ends up putting this up to actually get Maine to go against him. It's best of 3 baskets. He gets the first 2, and then Maine gets in his head, and then he gets defeated. But his friends use the footage of him beating Maine for the first 2 baskets to put it out there, and he becomes an overnight sensation, and he gets signed to the Fawns team, which is what Jet's there. This is where you get to meet Jet, and that basically she has a lot of reservations. She feels she's over the hill and she's got something to prove, and none of the team get on with her. They have issues, their own individual issues that they're trying to deal with. So you have Olivia Ostrich, who's kind of a bit social media fixated on, but then obviously doubts herself because of all of what social media do. You have Lenny Giraffe, who just wants to basically be a rapper, and obviously but doesn't have the confidence to do it. You have Archie the Rhino, who's voiced by David Harbour, another Stranger Things actor in there. He's got 2 little rhinos, and he basically just wants to do what's best for them. And then you have Nick Knowles, who is Mondo, this really weird kind of gecko-y type creature. These characters all spend the first like 20 minutes of when Will is on the team, all trying to kind of not bond, but all kind of doing their own thing, because Jet's kind of causing chaos. When Jet actually gets injured in a game or pulled out, it's Will goes in, he scores a basket, and obviously he starts to bond with the team. As he starts to bond, it kind of shows Jet what she's missing, and she kind of comes in. They all bond kind of together as the movie goes on, and as they're bonding together, they start to win matches and the Fawns basically can go off to the playoffs, which they play against main attractions. Final one. What you realise is just before the end of it, the manager of the team has basically sold it. She brought the goat in to basically get ticket sales up so she can make money on the company and just sell it off. So basically, they're kind of before the last match left with the fact that they will no longer be a team, and it's up to or 2 matches for a team. As they then go in and try and win it, Jet takes over again, basically alienating everybody, really puts everybody at odds. And then basically it comes down to the final game of them come together. Obviously, there's a lot of heart to hearts in between this period. They all kind of come together, go up against Maine, and then they win the final game. Everyone's really happy. Maine's kind of defeated. And then you kind of have them celebration. As they kind of do the celebration and welcome for the trophy, Monday turns out that he's got loads of money and he's bought the company and he's now the new owner, so they're not getting sacked. And that is the movie in a nutshell. So what did I think of it? I thought it was really good. Really like the way it was animated. It's kind of this kind of new cell effect, like on a Wild Robot, on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, and stuff like this. This is the new kind of effect that they use for animated movies. I do enjoy it. It does look quite quite good, kind of realistic, but in an artsy little bit of a way. There were some funny jokes littered in between here. There was a lot of kids around me that found stuff funny more and stuff like this. Some stuff I did enjoy, like this, is going like rah, noise that they kind of all make at one point. And yeah, I thought the voice acting across the board and the story was good. I'm going to rate this movie 7 out of 10. I thought it was really good, very good. The 7 out of 10 is more based on a family movie, and I think it works well for if you have kids and families going to it. I really enjoyed it, and maybe rate it a little bit lower, but I'm going to bump it up to 7 because I think a lot. If I had a kids and stuff like this would definitely be the sort of movie that we would all enjoy, and probably would enjoy it more if I had kids that would enjoy it. So that has been my movie review of the film Go. Have you seen this movie? Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Otherwise, I've been Chris from Life Simple Screen Time, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.